is Tony again with the Stork Foundation. I want to talk about another acronym in the infertility world, not IVF this time, but I want to talk about IUI and what that means. So it stands for Intrauterine Insemination. And basically it's a procedure that is just what the name implies. Sperm is taken and put into the uterus and given a little help by the physician if they can't get there naturally. This is seen as a step before IVF. IVF is like the ultimate fertility treatment. Very expensive, very extensive, lots of medications. In the previous video I talked about it, but it's a whole huge long process. IUI is much simpler. Basically, the physician will collect the sperm and put it in the uterus. There's a few more steps I'll talk about in just a second. The why this can be beneficial though is sometimes infertility is caused by problems with the cervix. Maybe the cervix is too narrow and the sperm can't get through it. Or sometimes infertility is caused by a male problem. The sperm can't swim right. So even if it can get through the cervix, it can't get to where it needs to up in the fallopian tube to meet the egg. So this can really help with that. So here's the process. First, you have to get a sperm sample from the man. And it's not just you don't just get the sperm sample and then take that exact same sample and put it in the uterus. There's some preparation that goes through it. They wash off a lot of the extra fluid and they concentrate it down so you just have a lot of good sperm. And when they do transfer it and they do the IUI, the insemination, you have to time it right too, right? Just like if you're trying to get pregnant naturally and you're trying to time your ovulation, it's the same thing here. You have to time it to make sure the woman actually has an egg available in the fallopian tube that those sperm can meet. So you either just watch for an LH surge, like at an at-home urinary kit that you can see if there's an LH surge naturally, or if a woman doesn't ovulate super regularly, there's also medications that can help stimulate ovulation. Either way though, you're watching for that LH surge to see when ovulation is going to happen. Usually the day after that LH surge, they'll come to the office. That's when they'll collect the sperm sample. They can prepare the sperm, prepare that sample, kind of concentrate it down, and then the woman will go into the office, get prepared, lay back. It's just a speculum, just like a normal exam, but they have a catheter where they collect the sperm sample and they can put it through the cervix and they can put it right up near the top, the fundus of the uterus, which is the top of the uterus, where they've seen the most success, where they place the sperm sample. And that's it. Wait and see if you're pregnant. It's a lot simpler than IVF, as you can probably tell from the previous video. Way less medications, it's way cheaper, and it's successful for a lot of people. Now they do say, or it depends on what society you look at, or what recommendations you look at, but typically after 3 IUIs that are unsuccessful, your chance of getting pregnant from an IUI goes down significantly. So after that, you might progress with a more extensive, in-depth, procedure that is IVF. But for a lot of people, an IUI is cheap and effective and can help women and couples get pregnant, and they can start having a family without going through all those other steps. So I hope that makes sense. I know there's a lot of crazy acronyms, but IUI, intrauterine insemination, those are the steps. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.